On EA Sports.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end. You got four.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Switch.
Hut.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got time. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here on my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he will loop. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
He'll look to throw, and he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. All kinds of time. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Still back there. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something up. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
All right, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a cutback left. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But These two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's try.